Good afternoon, Lali Mohammed here from Deviant Productions. We come to you today from the Ryerson University Student Center in downtown Toronto. But before we tell you why we're here today, let's go back 2 weeks in time on Monday, June 7th, 2010, when the Pride Coalition for Free Speech, alongside Queers Against Israeli Apartheid, held a community meeting where about 450 community members came out in adamant support of free speech.
Oh, I woke up this morning with my mind. I was thinking about my freedom.
It's not okay to use the justification of defending queer rights as a way to defend the continued occupation and violence of a military state. So, we are a group made of women from all over. We do not leave our identities at the door when we see the rainbow flag. We come with all of our identities.
And to think that there are some members of this community who claim that Pride is now a party only and no longer political. Well, let them take one look at this room tonight and see that it is very much political. And not only is it political, we'll show them that the way we party is to be political.
Lesbian Revengers has been formed in response to the corporatization and Santa Clausization of Pride in recent years. And we're concerned about the increasing censorship that's been imposed on our voices and asking this question: whose pride are we celebrating?
The ban on this term makes me feel unsafe because
I hope you won't judge me when I stand here amongst these brilliant activists or think any less of me when I tell you that I started Take Back the Day to impress a girl. She's impressed, but now I have to organize a march.
And as a queer Palestinian, I want to ask, what does that mean? Do I belong if I leave my identity, my life, my history, my politics at the door? I think that's what it means, and that's the message I've been getting from Pride. And it's been framed in such a way by Pride and its supporters that it's something over there, we shouldn't talk about messages over there. Well, I am here, I've been here for many years, I've been part of this community for many years.
I want to say that we stand in and have always stood in solidarity with Queers Against Israeli Apartheid, but also all of the other community groups that are continually marginalized from Pride.
And the fact that we're all here is basically already a big fat fuck you to Pride Toronto. So thank you very much.
Although some members support the words Israeli Apartheid and others do not, it was clear that the community refused to be censored or have their freedom of speech impinged on. The major suggestions that came from the first meeting were to 1. Work within Pride, 2. Protest to change existing Pride, 3. Protest within Pride events, and finally, finding alternatives to Pride. The evening ended with community members marching on Church Street, yelling in protest, "Who's Pride? Our Pride! Who's Pride? Queers Against Apartheid! And then, on Saturday, June 12th, both groups organized a action planning day where community members could come together, brainstorm, expand, and strategize on a variety of ideas to counter Pride Toronto's recent censorship.
The reason why there is a problem is not to do with free speech. It's because they banned two particular terms that criticize the Israeli government and their policies towards Palestinians.
Are there any particular ideas that were shared this morning that you feel particularly compelled towards?
I think that no matter what comes out of this, there definitely is going to be a presence in terms of free speech protesters within the parade and people who care about the use of the term Israeli apartheid or people who care about actual Israeli apartheid all participating in the parade, using those words and expressing their views. I definitely want to be a part of that.
Would you like there to be presence within the Pride, or do you think a alternative sort of parade should be set up?
I think that it's great to take back the space within the Pride Parade and to proudly wear things like Israeli Apartheid.
And back to today, where we are here to lend an ear to listen to how the community intends to address, flesh out, and finalize the ideas that were presented last Saturday.
We are for free speech quiet. God bless them because they made this shit hit the fan. But now we're angry. We're saying, do not censor us. Do not tell us we can't get nude. Do not tell us we can't say political things from the stage and rescind this fucking ban. I was hoping you would.
Before we get into action, if there was feelings, imagine that, feelings in the room that we just needed to kind of name.
Anger. Outrage.
Inspired. Excited.
Pissed off. Betrayal. Fear.
Fear. Wow, thank you for your courage.
So what we're looking at is there's going to be a picnic in the park. It's where everybody can come, everybody can enjoy. We've already got entertainers asking if they can participate. So one of the components of that is going to be an open mic section.
Just be part of the community, be with your neighbors, and just enjoy it. Enjoy Stonewall Weekend the way it originally happened.
What we've decided, there was an idea of what the original idea is, the alternative Pride Guide that we were going to produce, and then the pamphlet of information that could be handed out during the Pride Parade.
We've just planned and sort of reconnected. I think it's still about engaging people in a dialogue about the issue and enrolling people into membership. The big one piece of that is volunteering, but we're going to work on an alternate way to get people roped into membership, certainly at the 27th event, around making the request to the board to be enrolled and how that's all going to work.
So the Ontario Federation of Labour, which has a fabulous new banner, has already left a space on one of our 3 banners that we made for that logo. And it looks like there's a consensus for everyone to be in the parade, but not only that, to have common messaging either about censorship or free speech.
A lot of actions were planned this evening, from events like the Choir Cabaret and Sex International, to protests like the flag raising and the Pride Gala Awards, to celebrations like Oasis, A Day in the Park. And although the community felt disappointed with Pride Toronto in the beginning of the evening, the community felt excited, engaged, and empowered at the end. In solidarity, this is Lali Mohammed of Deviant Productions.
Release.